Hello and welcome back, hippophiles, to another Horse Lily Co presentation. This time on horseback riding and mature riders. By mature, I am specifically referring to the number of years of life a person has under their belt, not necessarily the character that you gain just through different experiences in life. There are those who are around horses from infancy, while others may start riding horses later on in life. Now, this may due to a lack of finances, not having access, or simply not really having the opportunity in whatever form that may have come in to be around horses. And then when a person is older, they want to fulfill that desire to learn and try something new or to go after something that they've desired since they were a child. The question you may be asking yourself, if you fall into this category and are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or even older, is whether it is too late for you to start riding horses. Well, the short answer is no. And here is a blunt reason why. Your age and the age of those individuals at the barn should not determine whether or not you are able to fulfill your dream in life. If you ever came across the photo of Queen Elizabeth on her horse in her 90s, you should have no doubt and no excuse as to being too old to get involved in the equestrian life. Now, she may have started young, but still, being in your 90s and still being able to ride horses, that should be inspiration for you to do it. I have had a positive experience with starting out later on in life because the barns that I have been at, I've been able to witness older and younger interacting, helping each other without there being a reflection or a pointing out of age gaps or noticing that one person has more gray hair than the other. When we are at the stables, we are all just horse people and have a common bond and a shared interest, regardless of our age, whether that person is 14 years old or whether that person is 54 years old. So if you are interested in starting later on, or starting now, I should say, here are just some of the things you might want to consider. So the first thing you're going to want to consider is your level of physical fitness. Your muscles are going to hurt regardless of your age, particularly when you're first starting out. Now, you might want to look into Pilates or doing more cardio or just doing gentle weightlifting or just something that's going to prepare you for entering into the horseback riding experience. The second thing to consider is your riding discipline. So what riding discipline are you interested in? And what riding discipline is going to best suit your lifestyle? For some people, pursuing show jumping in their 40s and 50s, that might be something they're perfectly able to do. For others, it might be just doing trail riding or working on flat work and ground pull exercises when they're at the barn. So figure out your level of physical fitness, figure out what works best with your present lifestyle, and if you have any physical limitations. And that goes into listen to your body. If you have any physical limitations, whether that's hip or joint issues or even back issues, you're going to want to take that into consideration as you're starting out to kind of figure out, where am I going to thrive the best without causing, possibly any other injuries to myself if you fall off, or if you're exerting a little bit too much than you're able to do at this point in time. The fourth thing to consider is protective gear. So now helmets are going to just be important regardless, but I'm thinking more specifically about vests, just in case you fall. If there's any area in your body that you might need additional protection for, especially as we age, our bones get a little bit more weaker. So just take that into consideration. Number, I believe I'm at 5 now, think on the benefits of your age rather than the weaknesses of your age. So when we get older, hopefully we have a little bit more stick-to-itiveness. The world's not going to end if you make a mistake. So we're able to endure a little bit longer, and just have a little bit more of an ability to withstand that delayed gratification. We don't need everything right now. We can wait. So look at your age and your experience that age has brought in as a benefit rather than a weakness. So the last one I have is build a community. So find a barn where respect for one another is visible. The barns I have ridden at have been opening, even though it may have been daunting at first. If I was in a room with younger and more experienced riders, or having to start all over again after time off. So find a place where the pressure to fit in or whatever it may be is not present, but at the same time, remain open. So even if the barn you go at, all of the riders are like teenagers, be open, because it might be one of the best barns that you learn at. Now, once again, these are just some of the things that I've experienced myself and witnessed, but I encourage you to just go after what it is you want. Don't be shy, don't be timid, don't be afraid because you might be older than anyone else who is at that particular stables that you're going to. So enjoy your experience. It's definitely going to change your life in a good way with regards to working around horses, and just the experience of being in a completely new environment. We are never too old to learn and grow and try something new. Although there might be limitations, we can always just still give it a go and see if there isn't a way to make adjustments rather than not be able to have the opportunity at all. Now is the time for sharing. I would love to know how old you were when you first rode a horse. Please go ahead and comment below and let me know. Thank you.